you're curious on how using different fabrics can affect a style, stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Delaya and I'm a fashion designer who likes to help creative women personalize their styles so they can feel comfortable showing up with confidence. In this video, I'm sharing with you how to make a turtleneck. It was supposed to be one, but it turned into 3 as I used the different fabrics that I have in my fabric stash. So not only is it a good way to use up old fabric, but you can also see the different characteristics of different fabrics. So I'm trying to lay the pattern out, but looks like I don't have enough fabric. It's probably going to be a short sleeve if I don't have enough fabric, but we'll see how it goes. I'm laid out, but I think the body pieces are too long and then the sleeve won't fit. So if I make it a short sleeve, we can still make this work. Okay, so I'm not gonna have enough for the sleeve to do a long sleeve, so what I'm gonna do is measure how much to use, the length that I need for a short sleeve, long sleeve turtleneck. I'm going to measure the length I need to make a short sleeve turtleneck. So, go from here, and I'll probably want it like, this shirt, it's right here. We'll keep it the same length, I like this shirt. Let's see. Right there. What is that? 6.5 inches? So about 6.5 inches. That is how long the sleeve will be. Okay, so the downside to using your own stash fabric is that you can't get more fabric if by chance you need more. So I had to make the best of what I could, make the best out of the situation, and in order to use all the fabric and still actually have a shirt, I shortened the sleeves, and that's fine. It's a short sleeve long neck. It's a short sleeve turtleneck, cool, whatever. As for the pattern of the style, I drafted the pattern myself using the pattern making for fashion design book that I have. I will link that in the description box below. If you don't know how to pattern draft or don't want to buy the book, whatever, what have you, there are plenty of sewing patterns for long sleeve turtlenecks. I'll also link to a few of those in the description, and you can easily edit the style if you want, shorten the sleeve, lengthen the turtleneck collar piece, make it tighter, whatever, what have you to fit. With the style, you will have at least 5 pattern pieces to cut out, so it's very beginner friendly, not too challenging. You'll have the collar, 2 sleeves, and the front and back. Now, depending on the style details you want, or maybe the fit, you can have more. After making this one, what you'll see, I didn't like the way it fit all the way, so I split my collar into 2 pieces. And for the black and white turtleneck, I actually added cuffs to the sleeves, so that made one style 6 patterns and the other style 7 patterns. Alright, so let's hit into these instructions. So to start off, you want to sew your shoulder seams right sides together. So place your front and back right sides together and sew your shoulder seams together. Then you're going to put in your sleeves. I know it sounds weird, but this is a hack I learned and it is great. It is easier than setting in a sleeve. So shoulder seams together, then put in the sleeve. After that, you are going to sew the whole side seam and underarm seam and sleeve seam. Sounds complicated, but it's not. You're just gonna sew that all close. So one long seam on both sides. And now you basically have a shirt. Next, you'll add the turtleneck collar. You again want to put right sides together. My turtleneck collar is one piece that I fold in half widthwise. You can make the collars out of rib or self fabric, and self fabric is the fabric you're using for the body. I chose to make it out of self fabric because one, I didn't have matching rib and it was just easier. I didn't have to figure out the stretch of the rib and how that would distribute through my neck hole, so self was easier. So I just sewed the majority of the turtleneck and I want to try it on before finishing it. Yeah, it goes over my head. Main concern. Okay. I think I'm okay with it. I don't know what it looks like on my body. There's no mirror here. I'm liking it, so I'm going to go and move forward with the other ones. I wanted to make sure that this one fit before I like bothered sewing the other one, so I'm going to do that right now. So after I stopped recording and actually looked at what the turtleneck looked like, I did not like how the turtleneck fit at all. It was too loose, it was standing up, it was not right. So I took it in. At the top of the collar was 3/4 of an inch on both sides. So I marked that and went down to the true seam and eased that out, and then I used the overlock machine to sew that up. So now the collar is at an angle and it's not just straight up. For the other styles, I ended up making 2 separate pattern pieces, one for the back and one for the front, and the side seams on those have angled edges, was a better fit for my neck. I ended up finishing the hem with a double needle cover stitch, despite how finicky and irritating my machine was. The second turtleneck I made was from a jacquard knit. I bought this years ago at Joann's for a different project. The jacquard knits are thicker and have more of a structure to them. They'd be good for a hoodie or a skirt or something like that, but I figured why not use it for a long sleeve turtleneck. They're warm. This one was pretty easy to sew. It's a thick and forgiving fabric, so I kind of just zoomed through this one once I troubleshot all the issues from the first turtleneck. This one, however, was not as friendly. It is a loose knit French terry, so the loops on the back of the fabric, which are characteristics of French terry, kind of caught on everything from the needles to corners to hangnails, and it was pretty annoying. Also, it's a thinner fabric, so it requires different settings on machines and just a little bit more attention and care and how you treat it. Other than that, the fabric is nice. It's very soft, very drapey, and it gives you kind of like nice soft luxury vibes. And I like it. I like the way it looks. It just was not fun to sew with. And here's how 3 turtlenecks turned out. The first one is a regular jersey knit fabric, your basic simple knit fabric. This is the one that I was sewing in the actual video. I like the fit of it. It's loose at the bottom, very tummy forgiving. Yes, I could have ironed it, but I didn't, so what? I'm a lazy sewer. Overall, I like how this one came out. I will definitely wear it over and over again until the black fades. And the second one came out great as well. Honestly, the textured print on this one is giving me rich auntie vibes or something like that. Like I feel like wealth in this long sleeve shirt. This one I made a 3/4 sleeve with the cuff, and I took in the side seams at the hem a little bit from the waist to the hem because it was flaring out too much. The jacquard knit made it like stiff and too structured in that area, so I just took it in a little bit for a better fit. And to wrap it all up, we have the problem child. This one gave me the most hassle. For one, it was the one that had the least amount of fabric, which is why it's short sleeve. And again, the loops on the back caught onto a lot of things. And it was the hardest to get through my cover stitch. Like I didn't even finish this one with the cover stitch hem. I used the zigzag hem on my regular sewing machine. But other than the problems, I'm cool with it. I love how it came out, and I will probably wear this one the most often, honestly, until it wears out. If you liked watching me make these turtlenecks and you liked how they came out, you should definitely check out this video right here in the top corner. It is me making a 2-tiered maxi skirt, so definitely check that out. Want to see more sewing tips or behind the scenes in sewing, designing, and all that jazz? Go on and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified the next time I drop a video. Until next time, guys, stay safe and keep designing your best life. Bye!